Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. This will be for the week of the 5th to the 11th of February. So let's dive in. Let's see what's going on for you guys. We have plenty of cards to get through. So let's get rolling. Make sure you like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos. So let's see. All right, for you, Sagittarius, your current energy for the week is the Queen of Pentacles. I like that. This is a card of stability. She is a woman of luxury. So this is how you guys are coming across this week, Sagittarius, is that maybe you have a taste for the finer things this week, or you're just feeling super proud about the things that you built for yourself. It's a card of fertility and abundance, really, and bathing in that abundance as well. So that's quite nice to see, specifically on a materialistic level. So whether that is like a certain, like your home, some assets that you have, maybe some investments that you have, maybe it's your finances or your career, there is just something coming through of you feeling quite stable in that sort of regard. Okay, let's clarify it though for you. Queen of Pentacles, please, for Sagittarius. 5 of Cups. Well, that's interesting because that is a card of disappointments. So, okay, so now there's something coming through with this energy. So materialistically, or in terms of your stability, you probably have made a bit of an upgrade here. So maybe you are more stable than you used to be. But the 5 of Cups is still maybe focusing a little bit on things that have been disappointing. So emotionally is where the challenge is. Stability wise, things are all right. You know, even if they're not the greatest, it's a queen. So there is some level of, it's quite high up in the scales of Pentacles, to be honest with you. So it does feel like things are okay there. But 5 of Cups is like emotionally, there is something that is upsetting you. Or maybe you're not feeling like it's enough, or that you're enough, or that things are working out in your favor. The 5 of Cups says that something has been disappointing to you. Maybe that is causing you to forget the other things that you have caused for created for yourself. All right, even if this is not like your material stuff, this could just be where you are in life. You feel more stable now than you have been, but emotionally something is still upsetting you. It does feel like with the 5 of Cups, you might be focusing more on the disappointments than the things that you've actually really done for yourself. So make sure you do focus a little bit on gratitude, and maybe put down in the comments some things that you're grateful for, because it might help change your feelings. It feels like it's your emotions that are leaning more towards the negatives than the positives, which we all do, so don't worry, I'm not calling you out. But yeah, spending some time doing some gratitude might really be helpful, whether you're saying it out loud, whether you're writing it down, or if you put it in the comments, and that could be quite good because you're kind of reminding yourself of, okay, maybe I've not reached my 100k goal. It doesn't have to be that, but you know, I've not reached this specific goal, but I'm still really grateful for the things that I have been doing, and the things I've grown and evolved in. Like, some of you need to recognize that there is some positivity in your life currently. Some of you, don't come at me if your life is not the way I'm describing it. This might not just be a reading then, okay? Because I do get comments like that sometimes, and I don't know your situation, so it's hard to be like super direct to everybody. So if that triggered you, I do apologize, but yeah. Anyway, let's move forward. Your challenge this week is the 3 of Cups. Didn't we have that last time? 3 of Cups, something has spilt. Could be a friendship, could be people in your life. 3 of Cups usually is a card of like a celebration, but because you are feeling disappointed about 3 cups that have spilt, which is usually what the imagery of the 5 of Cups is, something that's caused you some disappointment. This is the vibes I'm getting. So this is also a card of gratitude, by the way. It's like enjoying the journey. That could be your challenge, because maybe you're feeling a bit disappointed with the journey, or you're disappointed with some people that you've been surrounded by. Let's just clarify this 3 of Cups. The Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. So your challenge here this week seems to be kind of starting fresh again. Page of Pentacles is like the apprentice of the deck here. So it's almost like being able to learn and grow whilst you're doing something could be an issue for you. Taking the first step into something new, or learning something new, or doing something new job, something that you're studying, whatever it is. Now, because these are paired together, these are not bad cards. you could be anticipating the worst before it even happens. Some of you could be trying to talk yourself out of things before it even happens. This is a good card, and one, as you can see, of gaining balance and control. I sense like this is quite an intuitive message here based on what we've said. For some of you Sagittarius, like you've come to a level where you feel, as the Queen of Pentacles, that you should be able to rest and relax, which is true. However, something is upsetting you, and I really feel like there's a part of you that's wanting new things. I mean, you're a Sagittarius, usually, very stereotypically, you guys are the lifelong students. You guys really crave new things and excitement and things that get you going. You guys usually are ruling the house of long distance travel and philosophies, beliefs, and, you know, learning about new cultures and things, you know, higher education. So typically you are a sign that loves information, loves knowing new things, and loves meeting new people, and loves newness, okay? You might have been in this position, whatever this Queen of Pentacles represents to you, and what's making you feel quite upset and disappointed is that maybe you guys just aren't really enjoying your day to day. Like there's some disappointment around how you feel. And I'm not, for some of you, I'm going to carry on seeing in your reading, of course, but for some of you, like there's not one specific thing that's upset you. It's almost like something that is missing in your life. Joy, loving the journey, people, community, friends. But the getting it or going out there to get that for yourself, like some of you, you know what's upsetting you. You know what it is that's missing, whether it's a community, whether it's some sort of level of like, it's nothing major. I'm not saying that it's something crazy that you're actually desiring. It's something that you can actually attain by taking the step into it. But for some of you are a bit comfortable, but that's okay. I don't want to trigger anyone. I'm just going to be the messenger here, and if it's not your message, you can easily click off. No one's holding you hostage here. And I'm sorry for triggering you in advance, but for some of you who this might resonate with, you're desiring change, but you're not desiring to actually take the change. You're kind of just hoping it just kind of happens, which we all do from time to time. That's fine. No one is judging you for it. But I would say that the first step to doing that is, of course, being the newbie in a situation, like being uncomfortable, making mistakes is okay. This is clearly something that is causing you to not want to do something or go towards the thing that you're wanting and desiring. Is because you're fearful of mistakes. If you have something new that you want to embark on, a new journey, a new career, something about that is upsetting to you, but also part of that is also wanting it. You know, there's like this 50-50 feeling I'm getting here. I think it's mainly because this thing will bring you joy, but for some of you, you're talking yourself out of it here. But anyway, like you're anticipating like, oh, but it's not actually gonna make me happy though. Or what if it doesn't make me happy? So maybe I shouldn't do it. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is subconscious or conscious. I'm just going to carry on. I kind of feel like this reading might get a little bit of backlash, to be fair. So what to focus on is the Ace of Swords. This is victory. This is truth. This is clarity. For a lot of you, either it's information out there that you guys need to go out and look for and to focus on. For some of you, you already know what you need to do. There might be some truth or enlightenment that you guys need to focus on this week that you've gained already. This will lead to victory. There is some information that will lead to victory, some enlightenment, some clarity that you guys have or will be having will lead to some sort of victory. So that's to focus on. Ace of Swords, please. You have a few cards. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, King of Cups, and the Fool. Now this is very interesting. Could be pertaining to a water sign, but again, because this is asking you to focus on something, I kind of feel like this is talking about you. So Ace of Swords, victory, as we said, something about taking action on this knowing is quite important for you to focus on, because Knight of Wands is like a boundary. You've been hurt, you've gone through some difficulty, and the Knight of Wands is usually quite defensive because of that. That's like the wounded warrior card, but you know, she has some fight in her left to do that last thing that she needs to do to get into a safe or comfortable or to get where she wants to go, basically. King of Cups is having some emotional control, that even when you're feeling upset, disappointed, like you don't want to do something that you know is going to be good for you, that you do it anyway, because your emotions don't control you. You control your emotions, and you can, navigate your way through life without allowing that to dictate to you. And I feel like that is what's going to lead you towards this full card energy. It's almost like what this, the universe is asking of you is to lead with that truth that you know. Lead with that thing that you know is going to give you victory. You guys have this enlightenment already. You've gained some truth because of the conflict and difficulty that you've been through. You know what it is that you want. You know what it is that you desire for a lot of you. Some of you, information will come in and it's asking for you to take action on a new journey. But what to focus on is that last push, that last thing that you have left to push through and to go with it. All right, recent past. Hierophant, some level of commitment. Could be career. For some, it's Taurus energy. So, for some of you, I don't know why I always get this as like career. The Hierophant could be a commitment that you guys have had in the past. Could be a potential love interest. The Nine of Swords. Some of you fear commitment. This could be a major understanding of what is actually stopping you from moving forward. Like I said before, some of you could be talking yourself out of something because you're in this position of comfort. And again, that is actually that's okay. It doesn't mean that your environment or everything is as it's supposed to be. That there's a reason why you feel like something's missing. It's because you feel like there's something more out there for yourself, most likely. Hierophant, Nine of Swords. You're worried or have been in the past. Something happened or some fear has came through, and it's making you worried about some level of commitment on something new. Let's say, for example, if your challenge is a community, you know what I mean, you've struggled in the past with community and now you're worried about commitment. Like committing to new friends and what that might mean, the responsibilities behind it, or committing to a new job and the responsibilities behind it, or a new idea, whatever it is to you. Hierophant, Nine of Swords. That's fear, that's paranoia. Some of you, in this card, the Hierophant is being crowned. I think I've said to Sagittarius before about a fear of success might be something that's stopping you, because you kind of stop yourself before you really kind of get somewhere. Or committing to a plan because of these negative beliefs or the what ifs, and it's not going to bring me happiness anyway, or it's not going to be something that even goes somewhere. That fear comes from a fear of, you're worried about committing to a plan just in case it doesn't really work out, or at least disappointment or something. There's a lot of fears going on here. All right. Now, in terms of your strengths here, well, Eight of Wands. Well, your strength with the Eight of Wands would be, I think you know what direction you need to head in. And I've said that with the Ace of Swords. There is a level of knowing for those who I'm speaking to. The Eight of Wands is almost like things are trying to push you in the right direction already. There's a lot of things that are trying to push you to a certain place or position, or to a certain new beginning. Your strengths is just to is the fact that that's happening already, and that you're able to adapt and grow with changes. I'm sure it's happened to you guys many times. There will be a lot of opportunities or ideas that come your way. That is your strength. But again, it's almost like grounding it is quite tough. The Nine of Cups. There's some wish fulfillment coming in. But some of you know what it is you want, and that is, again, your strength. You know what direction you need to head into. That is your strength. Both of these are very freeing energies. You can see they almost look quite similar. These are kind of, oh, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. My camera is clearly backwards. These are kind of sputting out, and so are these. In the same direction, by the way. Sense of direction. Your heart is kind of showing you where you need to go. I think that's what you need to. Your reading's quite challenging. Sagittarius, I apologize. But I hope you guys understand, like, this is a part of you that is instinctively leading somewhere, it's going somewhere, but part of you is either comfortable with where you are at, or part of you is just really afraid, or you're feeding fear into yourself to stop yourself from moving forward. Which, by the way, happens. For some of you, if you do relate to that message, like, human beings are kind of, if something is comfortable and safe to you, we're naturally drawn to staying there. But in a day and age where we don't really have the same threats that we used to do when we were, cavemen, whatever you want to say, like, it can be quite hindering when it comes down to your progress in this kind of day and age. Because you are yearning for more. Part of you knows that you're worthy of more and that there's more out there. But it's just the kind of grounding that. And actually, I would also say for some of you, make the most of what you've got now. Try to find a way to have gratitude for what you have now, because then that will just grow even more. If you're worried about whether the future is going to bring you happiness, or the things you're going to do are going to bring you happiness, it depends on your mindset. If you are someone who tends to lean towards a little bit of pessimism, or if you don't feel very worthy or whatever, or if you're struggling with gratitude, then even when you have lots of things around you, you might still deal with that emptiness inside, or still deal with that negative inner voice a little bit, or those fears. Basically, it's just a fear, it's a conditioning. You've been through some crap, that's where it's coming from. It's not just anything, so I do understand. But gratitude first for what you have now, and understanding that you do deserve more, if that's where your heart is calling for you to go. Right, your near future is the 10 of Cups. Very beautiful energy. This is happiness after difficulty here. After the rain is the rainbow. This one is raining because it's the before tarot deck, so it's almost like before that rainbow happens, this is a family who are running from the storm. Difficulty, emotions, whatever you want to say here. This is a really good card to be in your near future, because it's a lot of happiness. So if you're feeling unhappy now or disappointed now, there's a lot of happiness coming in your near future, okay? And it's not just you who's happy. This is not just the 9 of Cups, it's the 10 of Cups. So the people around you will also feel this. Right, you have 2 here. Oh, the Ace of Swords and a Tower. That's very interesting. Leading with your truth is really going to shake some things up in your life. And maybe that's something that you're afraid of, is maybe that when you step into that knowing, things are going to change. And again, that's probably where that stability and that fear of commitment is coming from. It's because maybe part of you really does know. So in your what to focus on, you have the Ace of Swords. In the near future, that Ace of Swords is leading to the Tower. This is a huge epiphany, a huge awakening, but it is with the 10 of Cups. So that's happiness. Something is going to come into your life, some sort of information, some sort of awakening, some sort of truth, if you follow it, is going to cause a lot of change in your world. It may shake things up a little bit. The Tower card usually comes with a bit of distraction, but it doesn't have to be anything bad. It's just a falling away of things that have no purpose for your future. So things that are not so great around you will start to fall away. All right, and this is a really big change in your mindset in the near future as well, by the way, guys. Your feelings this week will be the Chariot, determination on moving forward. And what's really funny is that just as we put that deck down, and the first time during this whole reading, the Star card just showed itself underneath the deck here. So that's really funny, because the Chariot chases the Star, and the Star just made itself known. So your feelings is really kind of leaning towards leading with determination to go and get those goals. I think you do have goals. I think, again, you might know what it is you want and desire, but again, it's that fear of actually grounding that, planting that seed and moving forward with it. The Chariot chases his dreams. It's very determined, understands the duality of life. Not everything is going to be great, but if we're balanced and we're aware of both sides of the coin, or the yin and the yang of life, then we can balance ourselves and deal with the potholes as we go along our journey. Let's clarify that. You have the 4 of Wands, the 2 of Wands. That's a really good combination because, again, it is about looking into your future, looking at your goals and what you want out of your life and succeeding in that. So this is where your emotions are going. There's a lot of determination coming through when it comes down to your feelings, but that could be the thing that's coming up with disappointments too. All right, now let's see what your environment is saying. Hanged Man, feeling a bit stuck in your environment, to be honest with you. May feel like things have not really changed in your environment for a while, or you feel stuck in your environment. That could be a job, that could be in certain social groups, that could be in your home. Like, clearly you want this to change, whatever this may be, but you feel stuck because of this. Now, this is always just temporary. Things have been stagnant. It is just temporary. The greatest thing that we can do when we feel a bit stuck and, our environment is making us feel that way is that we can try and see things a little bit differently or understand something from there. Let's clarify the Hanged Man. The Eight of Pentacles. Some of you could actually have been... Things may not have been moving for a reason. For some of you, this is so that you can work up on your skills and your abilities before you kind of get let loose, for example. I don't know what they mean by that, or whether it's saving up a certain amount of money before you can move forward or something. The Eight of Pentacles is a card about building on your skills, your talents, and maybe your finances too. It's like when you're working on something so much, you naturally get better at it. And with the Hanged Man of being quite stagnant, it's like maybe you feel like you've been in a really repetitive cycle and in the same environment or whatever, but there is something that you have grown or cultivated during that time, or will be. And then when you get let loose and when the divine says so, that okay, things can move forward. By the way, your reading is really just synchronizing because on the bottom of this deck as well, there is the Hanged Man still too, which is about enlightenment. And you have a lot of enlightenment coming in. This could be pertaining to your work and your purpose in your work life. For example, what you should be doing or what you feel will give you the most fulfillment in your life. Overall energy, Queen of Wands. Card of confidence, creativity, optimism, of course, too, because she has that sunflower, and sunflowers always face the sun. So in this case, I like it. I feel like you guys are definitely going to be having a lot of growth in your life because the sun is there on the bottom of the deck for you guys too. Strength, courage, most importantly confidence though, because it takes confidence to chase your dreams, to chase your goals, to recognize and take action on some truth or some knowledge. Queen of Wands, please, Spirit. The Knight of Swords, interesting. That could be very well taking action, or yeah, we have success on the bottom of the deck with the Magician. A lot of you are going to be really able to manifest a dream and a goal. We have the Knight of Swords and a Star. It looks like he's going to chase that dream, to be honest with you. Just pay attention, make sure you know all the details before you just jump into something, because the Knight of Swords does usually come with a bit of a warning of like, make sure you know all the facts before rushing into something. You don't want to go stumbling over yourself. But there's a lot of wishful thinking coming in here, and sometimes that can be bad, but in this case you have a lot of success with it, and I think that this is something that they're wanting you to step into, is more wishful thinking rather than talking yourself out of things or into a spiral of misery. It's like going after your dreams, taking action, going for it, and that crow is almost like guiding you to your dreams. So if you don't know exactly like where the long term is taking you, follow the crow, follow your inner guidance, follow that inner voice that seems to know. All right, the universe definitely has an idea about where it wants you to go. All right, and it is towards your dreams, something that you actually will be very happy about. All right, so I brought back the Tea Leaf Tarot. This is just some extra random messages for you guys. A lot of people have been asking for them back, so here they are. Let's see for Sagittarius this week. Alrighty, so first card that you had is Spiritual Love with that lily. You have forces working against you, and some of you may feel like that. All right, that will completely go against you. Maybe for some of you that could be that level of commitment. Maybe you got yourself into a contract and that is something that's causing you to be tied down or whatever. You have grief, sorrow over a loss. You have carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. All right, some of you, there could be some travel. You have short journey as well. So again, some of you might need a little bit of a vacation or just something. All right, and you have door, opportunities are waiting for you. So it does look like movement, doesn't it, with those journey cards being there. All right, Team Angels, so I hope this helped somebody out there. Even if it's just one person, then I am happy. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right, team?